green revolution. So, the green revolution, what is green revolution? For the increased population, the food materials are not sufficient, or the by traditional methods or conventional methods we cannot produce large quantity of food materials. That is why we are following different techniques to produce large amount of food materials. So, here the green revolution, Norman Borlaug, here Norman Borlaug also, Norman Borlaug is regarded as father of green revolution, father of green revolution. And in our India, father of green revolution, M.S. Swaminathan. Father of green revolution in India. So, Norman Borlaug, he produced or he developed some semi-dwarf varieties, semi-dwarf, high-yielding wheat varieties and rice varieties. So, these varieties are introduced into our country by Swaminathan. Here in 1960, in mid of the 1960, so our India is facing here drought conditions. So, the sufficient food materials are not there. That is why, so here the traditional methods are not giving the food materials sufficiently. That is why here he introduced some rice varieties and wheat varieties into our India. So, the varieties are semi-dwarf varieties, semi-dwarf wheat and rice varieties. Norman Borlaug developed in Mexico here wheat and rice varieties, semi-dwarf, high-yielding wheat and rice varieties. Here he introduced, Swaminathan introduced these varieties into India. So, within a short period, the plants are here producing large quantity of food material. That is why here within a short period, it was possible to produce large quantity of food material. So, this process is called as a green revolution. In the green revolution, a number of wheat and rice, maize varieties are introduced, large quantity of food material, the production is possible. Here wheat varieties, maize varieties and here wheat, rice, maize and pea are some pulses, here Pisum sativum, here peas. Here number of wheat varieties like Sonalika, Kalyan Sona, Sonalika, here HD 1553. 1967, it was developed Sonalika wheat variety HD 1553. Here rice varieties like IR8, Taichung native 1. So, some Jaya Ratna. So, this type of varieties were also developed. Here maize varieties, some maize varieties are also developed and pea variety P1547. So, it is a pea variety or Pisum sativum variety. A number of rice, wheat, maize, sugarcane and millets, different type of crop food grains or food giving varieties are produced or developed. These varieties we will discuss one by one. Here wheat varieties. Here wheat varieties like Kalyan Sona and Sonalika. Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. So these were introduced into our country. Here wheat varieties are Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. These Sonalika, Kalyan Sona, they are high yielding and disease resistant varieties. And rice varieties. Rice varieties like IR8 and Taichung Native 1. Jaya, Ratna, so these are some rice varieties. Here IR8 developed by Norman Borlaug in International Rice Research Institute in Philippines, Manila, and Taichung Native 1, it was developed in Taiwan. And Jaya Ratna, these are also developed in India. So Sonalika, Kalyan Sona, these are developed in India. And some derivatives, here IR8 and Taichung Native 1, they were developed in different countries. IRI in Philippines and Taichung Native 1 in Taiwan. So these are the derivatives introduced into our country, and Jaya Ratna were also later developed. So these are the here wheat and rice varieties. And next sugarcane varieties. Sugarcane. So sugarcane, so in the sugarcane plant, the stem, if the stem is thick, if it is having thick stem, so it is producing or it is storing large quantity of sugar. If the sugar content is more, that is commercially beneficial. That's why here some plants are giving more sugar content or yielding is more, but they cannot show the disease resistance. And some plants are showing the disease resistance but not high yielding. The sugar content is very low. That's why here high yielding and disease resistance and ability to develop or ability to grow the different regions. So the different type of plants are crossed. In sugarcane, here Saccharum Barbary, and Saccharum officinarum. So Saccharum Barbary, it is a northern variety, northern Indian variety. So it is with low or poor sugar content. It is producing very poor sugar content or yielding is low, poor sugar content. And Saccharum officinarum. The Saccharum officinarum, it is generally growing in the southern region, southern India, and it is showing thick stem and sugar content, high sugar content. So this type of two plants are crossed. Here the Saccharum officinarum, it can grow in only southern India, but it cannot go in the northern regions. Why? Because very low temperature. In the low temperature, it cannot grow. So in the here Saccharum officinarum is growing in the southern India, and it is producing large thick stem and high sugar content. But Saccharum Barbary is here it is giving very low sugar content. It can grow only in the northern Indian regions. So that's why here the two plants are crossed. Here Saccharum Barbary and Saccharum officinarum, both the plants are crossed. Here the hybrid variety. So the plant here, hybrid plant, it is showing both qualities here with high sugar content, thick stem, and the plant can grow in southern countries and in northern southern region and northern region also. So the hybrid is showing all the qualities. The hybrid is with a thick stem, high sugar content or high yielding, and it can grow. So it is also having the ability to grow in all regions, in southern region and northern region. So, this type of sugarcane plants are produced, and they are giving the more yielding. And next, millets. Here millets like jowar, bajra, and here some plants are produced. These plants are showing here they are showing the resistance to environmental conditions, high stress conditions. So, some millets like bajra, jowar. So, these plants are showing the resistance to environmental conditions like salinity or high temperature. So, these are also giving more yielding. So, by here green revolution or by plant breeding technique, a number of hybrid plants are superior quality plants are produced. Here the two plants are having two desirable qualities. This type of two plants are crossed. Not only two plants, we can incorporate here so many characters also, so many characters we can incorporate into a single variety. So, here in pulses, in monocot plants and in dicot plants, here vegetable plants and commercial plants, here different type of plants are developed, and the hybrids are also released into the market. Here number of here hybrid varieties are available in the market. So, we are also here using number of hybrid varieties products also. Here it is about the plant breeding technique and methods and some hybrid varieties in different crops.